Greetings, everybody. I'm going to talk today about a subject which makes the rounds about once every 3 or 4 days on some of the more popular online forums. And that is, does an insurance adjuster have to review evidence, documentation, pictures, reports, etc., that get submitted to the claim file? Now, we need to clear up some terminology here because terminology is very important, especially when we're talking about an insurance claim. So, when you submit a report, whether it's a shingle report, a siding, rug, window, whatever, any evidence or documentation you submit to the claim file, your insurance adjuster is required to review. That's part of them doing a proper and reasonable investigation. What the adjuster is not required to do is agree with your interpretation. So your report might say, and let's talk about a roof for a minute. Your report might say this particular shingle isn't manufactured anymore. Your adjuster or the assigned adjuster doesn't have to agree with that report, whether you like it or not. As long as that adjuster has reviewed your evidence or the evidence in the claim file that has been presented to him or her, the adjuster is not compelled to agree as long as they've made a reasonable effort to look at the documentation in the file. Now, it doesn't stop there because for reasons we'll get into at a different discussion, the discussion doesn't stop there. So while they're required to review it, they have to accept evidence submitted, but they don't have to agree with it. So keep that in mind when you're having these discussions. There's a big difference between accepting evidence and agreeing with evidence. You can send documentation, you can send pictures, you can send reports, you can send narratives. All of those things have to be reviewed by the assigned adjuster. If they don't review them, if they don't look at them, if they don't make a good faith effort to consider everything in the file, then they're not conducting a reasonable investigation, and that's a problem. But there's nothing requiring them to agree with you. If you have questions, give me an email, a text, a call, hit me up in the comments, and please check your policy and know your local laws. This is very, very state specific. Have a great day.